So anyway, I would interview people in the room, some all different people that some are students, some are investors, some are mentors, and just kept asking them, how did you get here? What, what's your background? What did you do before? What, are you doing now? What classes did you take? What was your favorite? And what have you been able to do since you came? Right? And I did this at a great room here in Chicago, developed, created by one of my mentors, Scott Rowe, right? He built this office for other like minded individuals to gather each week and talk about their projects. And so I was lucky enough to join in the group and learn from everybody there and get to work with each person. So tonight you're going to get to hear from some of our colleagues around the country, right? We wanted to expand that experience to colleagues around the whole country, and thus this webinar came into being. Thanks to Bill Omi, who suggested it. And I absolutely believe that real estate investing is a team sport, and I've gotten the opportunity to work with many of these people on these pictures, and it's been awesome. It all started with education. I was lucky enough to be able to take all these classes through a group called Renatus, and I'm actually still taking them. I take them over and over again. It's awesome. They're online, and it's been a great, great experience. That's what most of my colleagues have done. Well, certainly all of my colleagues that you'll be meeting tonight have gotten to take this education and utilize it in some way. And so the purpose of this whole webinar is for you to get to meet them and hear about their story. And so without further ado, we'll get started. So now our next guest is April Allen, and she's on Fred's team. And so April, can you come off mute and share with the group your experiences and what you're up to? April? All right. Hi there. Thanks so much for being here tonight. I know you're in the middle of some storms out there.
Thank you for inviting me. Yes, we are, but they're welcome storms. So anyway, I'm April Allen. I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I was actually introduced to Renatus through Fred, who you just heard his wonderful, awesome testimony. So fortunately, as well, on his team, he has a wonderful mentor by the name of Mike Buck. And that's one thing I got to say about Renatus is that it doesn't matter who you're connected with. It's really a real estate investment community, and you always find somebody to help you and get your questions answered. So I live here in Oklahoma City with my 7 children and 6 grandchildren and my husband. And I still have 4 children in the home, so I'm constantly busy with with their lives. But Renatus came to me when I was actually truly searching for a mentor. I had a hard time finding somebody that would take the time to mentor me in real estate. And when you start searching, as always, the answer comes. And so I answered an ad that Fred had on Craigslist. And so I've been a member since, I believe, August or September of last year. Now I've done a little bit different with my Renatus membership. I did instead so much the real estate investing. I work with investors and sellers of large institutional inventory, all off market. So basically, my inventory can run. Most of my institutional buyers, they buy in the millions. The highest proof of funds I've received was a gentleman overseas for $10 billion. So when you've got investors of that type and connecting them to banks, to asset managers, and to private sellers, that's what I do. So I work as a consultant on that. I write LOIs all day and offerings, not as often as I write LOIs, but I enjoy writing those just as much. And this is not a quick get rich thing. In anything. The education has been phenomenal. I started that, like I said, in August or September. And I tell you, I talk to investors all the time. And when they realize that I got my education through Renatus and I just started that, the Essentials course, they are amazed. They think I've had at least 10 years experience in the industry. So that says profoundly to me that my initial investment in this community, in this curriculum, was a good foundation for me. And I'm able to hold my own in the market with the other brokers and investors that I come into contact on a daily basis. So I'm so thankful to have this opportunity to be a part of the community.
Well, April, we're so thankful to have you here with us and to share with us what you're doing.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the successes you're having, like something like I know you probably can't be too specific, I guess, because of your clients.
Correct. And just even the off market, when you understand off market inventory, you cannot share pictures, you cannot list anything, put anything on the internet, because at that point it's no longer off market and it loses its value to these institutional investors at that point. So some of the deals I work on, I see inventory all over the United States, but I also work. We work with notes. We work with multifamily units, hotels. We work with single-family residences. It's interesting because one of my favorite classes I wanted to tell you real quick was the tax classes through the Essentials. I could listen to Mark all day long. And I am talking to bank asset managers that have had 19 years experience and telling them how to set up a healthcare IRA, self-directed IRA, and they're just like, wow, they don't know this stuff. And so I just point them back to Renatus or to Mark Kohler himself. But basically, I do the consulting. I just get everybody.
I think we might have lost her. Well, April, we really appreciate your being here. Thank you so very much. So excited to know that your classes have been great and that they led to an awesome successes for you. And we look forward to hearing more about those. And for the rest of you, thank you all for being here tonight. Please get back with the person that invited you and take your next step.